Welcome back to Teshkid Effects for another Polygon Matic price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the short-term and the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot structures and the Fibonacci's, and allow me to kickstart the video here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the Polygon Matic chart, where you can see from these low prices that he had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $2.9 mark in a movement that I've been terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we saw this ABC corrective structure which made its low at around the $0.32 mark, also completing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side. And whatever we expect next after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2 is an impulsive movement to the upside in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 using a trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $5.0173 mark, and that is my long-term scenario here on the Polygon Matic chart, where I expect it to continue pushing even higher in the next bull market, making its high in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618. And because a wave 3 to the upside is an impulsive wave, I will also be expecting to see fractal waves in formation within that higher Elliot wave count 3, having the wave 5 of that fractal wave completing the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside. And jumping to the forward chart for further analysis and also give you the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out. Here on the forward chart, you can see have this Elliot wave structure in blue, which is a fractal wave in the formation of that high Elliot wave count 3 that I have shown you on the daily chart, where I believe we have come to a completion of that first wave to the upside. And because the first wave is also an impulsive wave, I also expected to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 1, where you can see I have represented that impulsive nature in this Elliot wave structure in yellow, having the wave 5 completing the formation of that wave 1 to the upside, making its peak at around the $1.3 mark. Then from there we started the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, which is my primary scenario here on the Polygon Matic chart. And there are two ways we can have that ABC corrective structure, which is going to give me the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out. And before I get to the ABC corrective structure, let's take a look at the chart patterns that we have information over here. In my last video, I had shown you this channel that we had been trading within, which is right here, and you can see we saw a breakout out of the channel to the upper side. We even saw a retest of the key area of support at around the $0.78 mark, and after seeing the retest, we continued pushing even higher, where you can see we have managed to break above the 20-day MA and continued pushing even higher. And there are chances that we might continue pushing even higher in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2, which I'm going to show you in a few. And the ABC corrective structures that we can have right here, I'll start with the very first one, where we can have these as a massive wave A to the lower side, and there are chances that we might have seen the high for that wave B at around the $0.94 mark, and whatever we are seeing over here might be the formation of that wave C to the lower side, which I'm expecting it to give us a new low in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side. And initially I had sketched out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave B using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that wave A to the low of that wave A down there, and that gave me a minimum target area between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382, which perfectly lies between the $0.96 mark and the $1.09 mark, which is a target area that we did not fully maximize, but there are chances that we made our high at around the $0.94 mark, which is just a few pips to the target area that I have right here. And there are chances that we made our high at around the $0.94 mark, and we might have started that impulsive movement to the the lower side in the formation of that wave C. And because the wave C is an impulsive wave, I'm also expecting to see fractal waves in formation within this wave C, where I believe we can have these as the wave 1 to the lower side, making our low at around the $0.75 mark. Then whatever is in formation right here might be the formation of that second wave before we see a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then continue pushing even lower in the formation of that wave 5, which should fully maximize the formation of that wave C and also the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 2 using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that wave 1 to the low of that wave 1, that gives me a minimum retracement area to the upside in the formation of this wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which perfectly lies between the $0.87 mark and the $0.85 mark, and that is my minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 2. And that's the reason as to why I'm saying there are chances of continuing to push a little bit higher, because we have the support of the $0.78 mark and also the 20-day MA, and we have also seen a successful retest of the key area of support at around the $0.78 mark. So there are chances of fully maximizing the target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 2 at around the $0.85 mark and the $0.88 mark. And once that happens, then we can expect the formation of this wave 3, then expect a wave 4, and then fully maximize the formation of that wave C in the formation of that fifth wave to the lower side. So that is the first ABC corrective structure that we can have right here, and that is the most likely ABC corrective structure. The other ABC corrective structure is having this as the wave A, making our low at around the $0.76 mark, then made a peak in the formation of that wave B at around the $1.17 mark, and I was expecting a straight sell-off in the formation of this wave C, which is not the case, because we are seeing a bit of a recovery over here in what might be the formation of this wave 2, and that means the most likely ABC corrective structure to have here on this Polygon Matic chart is this ABC corrective structure, having this as a massive wave A. Then we made our peak in the formation of that wave B at around the $0.94 mark, and whatever we are seeing over here might be that impulsive movement to the lower side in the formation of that wave C, and that's the short-term scenario that I'm expecting to play out here on the Polygon Matic chart. And also taking a look at the indicators here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 56 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side. Also taking a look at the MACD, on the MACD we have been able to print a bullish cross, meaning higher prices are coming our way. And that's the update for Polygon Matic, and I hope you liked the video, and if you did, make sure that you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership.